Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is association. So every so often I have a chance to work with somebody where the origin of a particular situation or condition becomes really apparent. It becomes glaringly apparent. And recently I was working with somebody who's a very highly sensitive empathic person, and they were working on their physical sensitivity, their physical reaction to pollen in particular. And what was fascinating was that as we were working on it, we were just kind of addressing the general reactivity. And then we started dialing back and looking at when the first experience happened and what was going on for them when they reacted to the pollen in the first place. And the thing that was absolutely amazing was that there was a very, very specific moment in their life where they were under an incredible amount of stress, a great deal of social pressure, really emotionally uncomfortable and unsafe. And basically, there was a lot of pollen in the air at the same time, and they started reacting to it. Now, what's fascinating about this is that there were so many different things going on. One thing that was going on was that there was all kinds of emotional intensity and unspoken stuff happening with all of the people going on around them. And there's one thing I've definitely noticed for a lot of highly sensitive empathic people, which is that when people are not speaking about the truth, when things are going on and it's not being brought to the surface and not being addressed, empaths have a tendency to be the canary in the coal mine, and we tend to show the problem through symptoms, and we tend to sometimes show the problem through acting out. But in this particular situation, there was so much unspoken stuff going on, and basically her body started to respond and react. Now, what's fascinating about this is that it did not remain an isolated event. What it became was a situation where the incredibly uncomfortable situation and exposure to pollen got associated with each other. And from there on in, every single time she became exposed to pollen, it triggered a reaction in her body that basically brought her to this incredibly uncomfortable state. And so even though she didn't necessarily need to be in an unsafe, uncomfortable, stressful situation, if she got exposed to pollen, because there was that original event that was so stressful, her body would react as if she was in that kind of stress. Now, what I find amazing is the ways that we do this, that as human beings, we have these abilities to make these associations and then continue to carry them forward even when they're no longer relevant. But what I love is the fact that as we start to understand this, we can also start to unravel it, and we can take the associations apart so that we no longer have to have the association between a really uncomfortable situation and exposure to a specific thing. And as a result, we can dismantle the triggers and we can stop reacting the way that maybe we have for 20, 30, 40, even 50 years. And that's the thing that is absolutely amazing to me. So my question to you right now is, as I'm talking about this, can you think of any situations where your body has come to associate a situation or an uncomfortable kind of stress or an event or something with exposure to something in particular or with a particular trigger? And can you think of how sometimes, even if that original event has nothing to do with you anymore, anytime you're exposed to the trigger, your body is, or your mind is going into this kind of reactivity? So I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this, so please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace, I am wishing you ease, and I am wishing you freedom from associations between stress and triggers and exposure to stuff. So, in the meantime, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady, and I will be eternally grateful for your help to get my video out into the world. So please like this, please share this, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much, and until tomorrow, peace.